Record high temperatures have made it a difficult summer for many of us, but it's not just uncomfortable. Extreme heat kills more people in the U.S. than any other natural event, and it has a devastating effect on the economy. A report published by the Atlantic Council found the total economic loss from heat was at least $100 billion annually, a figure that's expected to double by 2030. Enrique Acevedo spoke to local officials in Miami and Seville, Spain, who are working together to find new ways to deal with the problem.
Warm summer weather is hardly news, but record-breaking heat is making headlines around the world. In the Indus Valley, stretching from India to Pakistan, temperatures hit up to 122 degrees in early May. Last month, the UK had its hottest week ever, with parts of England reaching over 104 degrees, a first in the country's recorded history. Rising heat has also been the theme of this American summer. In July, heat waves broke dozens of records across Oregon, Texas, and the Carolinas. At one point, more than one-third of the country was under extreme heat warnings.
On any given day, we're giving presentations to community groups, we're giving presentations with emergency responders to train them on heat response.
Jen Gilbert is Miami's chief heat officer, a position created by a growing number of cities to focus resources on the risks posed by searing heat. Miami-Dade County also established a heat season as part of that strategy.
And that is declared by our mayor from May 1st to October 31st. It closely aligns with our hurricane season, and what she charged me with is elevating public awareness about extreme heat on the level that we already do around hurricane preparedness, specifically outdoor workers that exert a lot of energy, an agricultural worker, construction worker, they're the most at risk.
They get dehydrated, dizzy, or faint. Giovanni, who's worked in construction for over 20 years, says it is not uncommon to see co-workers faint from extreme heat in the summertime. Construction workers, who compose 6% of the total workforce in the U.S., accounted for 36% of all occupational heat-related deaths from 1992 to 2016. Heat-related illnesses can cause damage to the brain and other vital organs.
Categorizing the severity of weather events and naming the worst events increases the likelihood that people will prevent and protect themselves. Hurricanes, wildfires, tornadoes are all examples of that. Now the city of Seville here in Spain is the first one to be doing it with extreme heat.
We interviewed Seville Mayor Antonio Muñoz following reports of about 2,000 heat-related deaths in Spain and Portugal during July.
I wanted to ask you about this system you've implemented to rank and name heat waves here in Seville.
Why are we doing it? It's not a cosmetic thing at all. We're trying to prevent and alert people on what's coming to them. But mostly, it's about implementing measures to help people adapt to higher temperatures. In addition to launching a pilot program to name and rank heat waves, the city is changing everything from energy and water consumption to the materials used in new buildings to adapt to extreme heat.
En definitiva, se trata de convivir con estas altas temperaturas.
This is about coexisting with the rising temperature and adapting our way of life. How we exercise, how we spend time outside, how we move around the city or go sightseeing. There's a saying for tourists visiting Seville: haz como los locales, do as the locals do. Until now, that meant kicking back and enjoying life during the summertime. But it could also be a lesson for cities and people around the world in the face of a changing climate. For CBS Saturday Morning, Enrique Acevedo, Seville, Spain.
Nowhere is safe.
No, it's not.
Was in Palm Springs this week shooting a story. Got in the car after the shoot, and the temperature, the thermometer in the car said 113 degrees.
Everywhere I've been, Portland, Oregon, Chicago, Washington, Virginia, it is record heat, and they've never seen it.
It's been a hot summer.
That it has been.